Welcome back, dear students. Myself, Professor Sapna Sharma from Business Administrative Campus, BBSCA Department, Modern College. So, students, in today's topic, we will be talking about the implementation of your cloud computing so far. So, before moving to the implementation of the cloud computing, let us get through what we have studied into the last sessions. So the very first session was talking about what is cloud computing. There I have given you the fundamental idea about the cloud computing, why we require it, what exactly it is, and where we where we find it nowadays. Then after that, we people have studied so far the differentiation between the traditional IT and the cloud computing, where you got to know about or you can say we discussed about how the traditional IT used to work and how this cloud computing is working so far. What are the important advantages that you have to take into the consideration while choosing any of the cloud technology? And then afterward we have studied the different type of models, where we covered the very first model, that was the deployment model. And there we have studied the three different type of deployment models. One was public, private, and hybrid. At last you can say, the type of clouds you can say. So there are four in total, but three are the most important one, that is public, private, and hybrid. And after that, we have studied the service model, where we have included IaaS as a service, PaaS as a service, and SaaS as a service. So there we have seen how infrastructure as a service works, how platform as a service work, how software as a service works. Then we have also seen like about the scenario so called as cloud and IoT combination, how it exactly work on, like if we combine our cloud computing with IoT, internet of thing, then what kind of things could be featured out, and what will be the probable solution that we can get. And there we have also studied the various type of issues that are arising while going for the cloud on things, you can say, when we combine internet of things and your cloud computing. So in today's session, dear student, we will study how your cloud computing has been implemented and where. Today I will be teaching you, I will be taking one example. The example is of Hitachi Consulting. Now, when you talk about Hitachi Consulting, so first of all, the thing that the question which comes under our mind, that is, what is Hitachi Consulting? So you can say Hitachi Consulting is it's platform where you will be getting end-to-end solutions, okay, with respect to the technology and with respect to the outsourcing. And in whichever country you will be finding over 50 different countries, okay. And they, for the consultation, they have various languages also, because language is also kind of barrier in many of the countries and all. And here you can see $12 billion delivered in all over business improvement, you can say, and 6,500 experienced and dedicated professionals they are having. And the revenue that they have is like in abundant. So you can say it is one of the very successful implementation of the cloud that we can go through today. So inside that Hitachi Consulting, we will consider the Elite Oracle practice. So you can say Hitachi Consulting is a partner with Oracle Diamond. Okay, with Oracle actually, or you can say it is a Diamond partner with Oracle. So one of the just eight firms is the highest tier of the Oracle partner network, you can say. It is one of the biggest partnership that has been happened between the Hitachi and your Oracle. So full service Oracle practicing, covering all Oracle pillar, means like what all things that are being covered inside it. So we have the ERP, then we have SCM. SCM is, I think, so Scrum. Then then We have HCM, that CRM we people have, then Hypersion, then integration, search engine optimization, you can say, and you have a lot of things inside it. So it has been covered various type of services so far. Now, when you talk about the Oracle ERP cloud practice, so here we are combining the cloud with Oracle so far. So you can say it is a fusion, or you can say cloud co-development partner with Oracle. Since from the year 2012, you can say Oracle and cloud both are being combined. Okay, implemented what? They have implemented the enterprise resource planning, and now it is being called as Oracle Enterprise Resource Planning Cloud, and other Oracle Cloud applications including HCM and CRM, CX. These are being implemented so far, right? Integration center of excellence means what all, like the integration of your Oracle with your cloud has proven to be an excellent kind of integration. Okay, where they have a very good level of fusion. Okay, where they have SOA, very good level of SOA implementation and experimentations has been done, and this is proven as one of the most highest level of implementation. Means it has been implemented at a very good range, like the people uh, found it very much successful, you can say. Now, full array of cloud services. Array means what? It is consist of the services basically. So here we have two ends. As you see, here we are having the cloud diamond partnership. Then here we have the cloud solution co-development. Upper we have global Oracle cloud service offerings. Okay, and here we have cloud tool and acceleration. So we have the four different pillars, four major pillars, and inside that major pillars we have the array of cloud services, that is management and consulting services. Then we have fusion integration service, then cloud implementation services, there fusion support and maintenance service. Four different services are being involved with four different pillars, four different services are being instituted to you all. So when you talk about the management consulting services, there we have the assessment services. We can do the assessment level of services. Then industry specific solutions are also there. Then organizational change management is also there. Business transformation means when you are transforming your business, that type of services are being there. Then how to improvise the processes and what are the best practices in order to make management consulting as a stronger pillar of your for your organization. So these are the various level of services that comes under management consulting services, where we are talking about the management so far. Then we have fusion integration services. Okay, so there we have middleware or SOA. Then there we the service that we provide with respect to architecture, with respect to the infrastructure. Then we have the service with respect to the legacy system integration. Okay, it is an ongoing legacy. Okay, with the older level to the upper level. Then we have various type of crowd strategies. Then the service which comes under the fusion integration is the cloud migration, how to migrate the cloud from one part to the another part. Then we have third party enterprise development and integration. Then we have ETL, that is extraction, transformation and loading. I think so ETL you would have studied so far, dear student, into your data warehousing, where you would have understood how to extract the data. In data warehouse, you will be able to find out extracting the data, then transforming the data, and after transformation, you load the data. So these are the important part that you have to take so far into the fusion integration, right? So basically, fusion integration services could be in terms of the data warehousing part. Then we have the cloud implementation service. So when you talk about the implementation service, so there are the few things that you have to kept into your mind. That is, here there is the major implementation of the fundamental concepts. then software installation is there, then definition of the solutions are there, then solution designing is there, solution development is there, then testing of the solution would be there, then some of the particular solutions or services development cannot be done at one specific nation, we have to offshore them, right? We have to transport them to the another nations, to the another level of areas. So that is offshore development. How you can expand your particular services, or how you can customize it to the another part of world also. Then you will be having the fusion labs, various fusion labs would be there, where we interpretate various type of implementations of R. Then at last the services, fusion support and maintenance service. There we are talking about the cloud support service. Then we have the production maintenance, upgrade, patches, hosting is there, right? Hosting everyone knows. Help desk means if you need any kind of help with respect to the your services and all. Then application change management would be there, application maintenance, outsourcing, business processes outsourcing, IT outsourcing. These all things comes under your fusion support and maintenance services, right? So out IT outsourcing is a kind of very biggest business which is ongoing into the IT companies, where we have the employees and we outsource our particular employees or our services to another companies or the organization for their onto their user perspective level, where we charge them. So all these things are also there, right? Where third party is also involved. Not two people, but in fact three people are involved into that. Then the path to Oracle ERP Cloud. So let us go through. So digitization has changed everything, dear student, as we agree upon on this thing. Yes, digitization has changed everything, even currency, even your money, even your style of living, then your business, then your personal life, your professional life, everything has been changed. Okay, so when you talk about the digitization, so the availability, the big data, the change into the speed of the business, the customer engagement, then getting the immediate information, then real time fulfillment means what? Real time expectations are getting fulfilled. There are no errors, no bugs. Then a very good user experience. Okay, then mobility, social life, everything has been changed just because of the digital world. So digitization has played a very tribute role, and it is playing a tribute role means it is changing day by day. Everything is getting digitized, dear student. I think so. After a few years, there will be nothing so called as manual. Everything would be changed, right? So it is a very important thing that we have to take into the consideration. Cloud Delma, like fusion application look great, but what should be my next step, right? That is the most important thing. Yes, I'm mixing certain things. I'm leveling up myself. But yeah, after leveling, then what? That level should work, right? It should give something output. That is the most important thing. So I need a support, I need that it should be a demanding, right? The fusion should be great, it should be scalable, extensible, everything. It should be up to the mark. Everything is the most important part. So in your Oracle ERP cloud, you have a key drivers. So the key drivers are application release. Like, as you know about the application release means once you complete certain thing, you just put that invention or that implementation in front of the users, right? Then what is the depth of the solution that you have created, then what is the architecture. Architecture means in terms of technical view I'm talking about. Then customization, then data management, then business processes, governance, and project portfolios. These are the important drivers which run, which are acting as an important backend key path for your Oracle ERP cloud. Then for the financial management, we have Hypersion, Fusion GRC, Cloud Financials, Fusion Cloud Accounting Hubs. Then for procurement, we people have Fusion Shared Service Procurement. Then project portfolio management, we have this Fusion Project Portfolio Management. We people are having human capital management. These are the few the applications you can say in different ways they are being helpful. So human capital management means what? Fusion talent management, Fusion incentive compensation, Fusion workforce compensation. Then when you talk about the supply chain management, everyone knows about it. Agile PLM is there. Then warehouse management, that is the data warehouse over here. Then data transportation management is being required, VCP is required. Distributed order orchestration means playing with certain things and generating some new thing. Then Fusion product hub. When you talk about the CRM, so cyber CRM on demand, right? Fusion scale planning, Fusion incentive compensation, Fusion customer hub. These are the part that you can say Fusion applications, you can say, with respect to the platforms. That is, the different platforms are there. Financial management is a platform, procurement is a platform, human capital management is a platform, where we are having such kind of things and all. Now, next, cloud financial key features are what? Then about the key features, modules, reporting, security, approvals, data migration, integration, user enablement. You are having certain key features. So when you talk about the module, so in module we will be having journal, ledger, payments, payable, expenses, receivable, assets, everything with respect to your financial accounts and all these are the terms which are being labeled for your financial accounting. Then reporting means what? Reporting in terms of the balance sheet, you can say income statements you would be having, right? Report analysis and all stuff. Then you have for security. Then on security means what? You will be giving the security onto the basis of the requirement that you people have. Approvals means what? You will be having library of pre-built approval rules, means you will be having certain libraries which will tell you what approvals you will require for your reports and for whatever you have done. Then data migration means what? You will be using certain templates, you will be using certain tools, so that you can show your transactional datas. Okay, means from one part to the another. When you are just, for example, you are transferring some amount, right? For that, that is nothing but the data migration. In terms of money you are migrating, so what all tools you will be requiring. Then integration means what? Here in cloud financial they are talking about the bank integration. Then enablement means what? They are talking about certain workshops, certain kind of projects that you will be carrying out, so that you can implement good applications, good functionality approvals in front of the users and all. Next, this is the Fusion accounting hub. Okay, where here you can see I have a Oracle Fusion application accounting hub, right? And I have the integrated data and centralized accounting things. So capturing account event, create account rules, transfer and post, audit and analyze, right? And they are depicting to some set specific type of event is there. When you talk about the capture accounting event, so it captures the transactions. Okay, it captures the data, and that is being referred to EBSGL. When you talk about create accounting rules, so means you are just mentioning some rules so that you can make the flexible reports out of it. Then transfer and post means what? You generate detailed accounting entries in Fusion accounting hubs, means you are just generating all the detailed things with respect to that transactional values and all. Audit and analyze means what? You just drill the things, you just drill down, means you go deeper and deeper, so that you find out is there any kind of chaos into your transactional statements or not. Next is you have the options. So continue your current path means what, you need to upgrade so that you can take out the latest releases of your existing Oracle application portfolios. Means you already have that application, you are just releasing it, you're just innovating it. Okay, and you use your current strategy but try to implement something new out of what you are having. Okay, embrace the complete suite, deploy the comprehensive suite of fusion application product. Means what, you're making a fusion application means what, new product features plus current product features, you are just combining both of them and you try to make a very good appropriate applications out of it, right? So you have to deploy such kind of application which have the combinations of both. Then other things apart from them, like when you talk about the, see, I have other things also. That's current customer, no plans to adopt fusion application at this time. Then adopt fusion application alongside existing Oracle apps with no interoperability. These are the more type of options that you people can consider, means that are being considered when you talk about your Oracle ERP clouds and all. Means when, what is the demand of the current customer and what will be the demand of the new customer. Means like when you can go ahead with the current customer and when you have to switch yourself from the current customer to the new customer, right? So far. And now current deployments are SAP, then custom. SAP and custom both are getting together in order to create the ERP, SCM and HCM. Then proposed solution phase 1. So these are the fusions, dear students. Over here we have mentioned the fusions. Okay, where SAP and customs would be coming together in order to deliberate the things. Then ERP cloud offerings. What are the different type of offerings, dear student? So here we have the financial cloud is there. Then second application is financial and procurement cloud. Then financial project and procurement cloud. So there are the three different applications. When you talk about the Oracle cloud phases, so these are the different phases. Okay, so it is you have a certain level of things. So there are in total, you can consider total 6 different phases. Deep Oracle experience is there, strong fusion and cloud experience, then certified consulting pool, then strong partnership with Oracle. Accelerator means enhancing your relationship, flexible client focused and collaborative approaches and all. Means like you try to find out the strongest client among all. Then scope, if you talk about, so you have a greater scope in financials also, in financial plus procurement, in financial plus procurement plus project. Means everywhere you find the scope. Where you're not finding the scope, you find the scope everywhere. If you talk about in financial also, what all things you can cover up. When you talk about financial plus procurement, then what all things you can cover. When you talk about the financial plus procurement plus project, then what are the things you can cover up. So you have a lot of things, a lot of scope of ERP cloud in financial transactional way. This is ERP cloud approach. First is plan, means you need to finalize each and everything. Means you have to schedule your particular project. You has to talk about the stakeholders. You have to do the proper planning, and once you do the proper planning, then you can demonstrate it, right? You can tell others about it, and once you tell it about others, then what you do, you just start designing it and development. This is just like you people would have done the different type of models into your software engineering. In order to make any of the application, you choose any one of the model, that is waterfall or iterative and all. The same manner your ERP cloud approach goes on. So first you have to do the planning, then you have to, after doing the planning, you get a lot of knowledge, then you try to demonstrate it, and after demonstrating, if everything goes right, then you start designing it, and then you start developing it, and once you develop it, then you do the testing, and once you do the testing, if you find everything is proper, quality analyst also says yes, everything is proper, then you start deploying it. So this is how you do the maintenance of everything. So these are the few steps, these are the four steps that you have to take into the consideration so that you can get an ERP on hold good product. So this is the statistical view of your financial cloud that has been implemented so far, dear student. Okay, you can view this particular the statistical information, and you will get to know how and at what level the improvements are being done. This is also all about your, see, at every time you are building the prototype and you are just showing it. Okay, if your prototype is perfect, then you try to make an actual product, right? If you don't have the actual if your prototype is not correct, then again you have to build that prototype. If you just see, so we have several prototypes, and with the help of those prototype, we try to come up with the actual product so that you can easily make what exactly you want. Customer to cloud program. So see, ultimately what we are doing, we are making the changes, and when we try to make the changes, the things get incremented so far. Okay, so two things are coming together. One is the transformation, and along with that, the demand, the incremental demand for your cloud technologies, right? When these all are boosting the way towards your Oracle cloud. Like everyone want to get into the implementation. So you can say everywhere everyone is trying to implement the cloud in a via manner. So these all were the different type of like scenarios. Now when we come about the success stories, so running Hitachi on Oracle. So when you talk about the Hitachi, marketing cloud is there, sales cloud is there, HCM cloud is there. A lot of, see, these many implementation has been done. Client cloud ERP implementation. These are the some different type of like success stories that has been taken place. Hitachi's cloud assessment, you can say review existing cloud on premise application and map to the Oracle cloud functionality, quantify Oracle customer to cloud ROI, develop business case, cloud readiness review. Means these are the way of doing the assessment so far for the Hitachi. So these are the various ways how Hitachi has been implemented, yes student, to, and it has given a great kind of business to its customers so far. So this was the one kind of like implementation. We will see more type of implementations and we will get back to it. Thank you so very much for attending today's session. See you into the next particular scenario. Thank you. Next session. Thank you students.